Where's your, is that
Where I'm
New York?
at? Where I'm at is Boston, Daniel
Roughly.
Gutlitz, and we are live now. Ladies and gentlemen, here's an episode of the NFT show with the one and only Daniel Got Hits. Really excited to dive in and get his thoughts on the NFT market. As usual, nothing in this video is financial advice. We are not financial advisors. The NFT market is insanely risky, so always do your own research. And if you enjoy the content, hit the like button, smash the subscribe button, share the content with your friends. It really helps out the channel. Check out our newsletter, thenifty.com, to sign up there. Daniel Got Hits, one of the few. Oh, go ahead, Nick.
It's important that I think we ask the most important question that people want to know.
Which
is, what were the gang signs you just threw up?
Man, I can't disclose that. You know, it's bear market right now. Like I owe some people some money, and you know, I don't want to disclose that, but the right people know what's up. No, I'm just playing. Absolutely nothing.
We'll get to the bottom of it later. You know, Daniel, one of the few professional athletes that we've had on the show. You are a professional athlete. You know, excited to talk to you about NFTs. You know, what do you make of where we're at in the NFT market right now? You've been around since early 2021 in NFTs. You've been in and out of some of the biggest projects in the space. What do you make of like the current state of affairs?
For sure. Well, Pio, thanks, man. That's very generous. I mean, pro athlete, it's a little generous, but I appreciate the sentiment. So for those that don't know, I do like freestyle soccer. Pio's not wrong. I have, you know, I actually ranked second in the whole world in freestyle soccer in the Red Bull tournaments, like back in the day and stuff. So yeah, I have competed at international level in that. And I, you know, have been like a soccer influencer person. So, but yeah, thank you. I just want to clarify that so people don't think I'm like, you know, in the World Cup or something. But yeah, no, dude, I think the market right now is it's going to be down bad for a while, in my opinion. So I've been in crypto since early days. You know, I've been through that 2017 bull and then bear, and like it feels very similar where it's just like so euphoric and so crazy. You turn on TV, Jimmy Kimmel's like repping like a Bored Ape, you know, to a confused audience of like 50-year-old tourists in LA, and everyone, it's like this is just everywhere, and then all of a sudden it's just dead, right? So I think that we have a lot of like bottoming out to do, and it'll probably flatline. I don't think like we're going to keep dumping worse. I think it's kind of where we're at now, but I think we'll probably flatline for like at least 6 months and then see, you know, a slow recovery. That's kind of what I would guess, but like you said, we don't have a clue, right? So
are you a like are you like a full-time DJ now, or are you still creating like football based content? Like what's your current like life situation?
Yeah, like current life situation is lazy fuck, recovering from bull run and too much easy like gains, and then getting back into full-time influencer. So like basically the most like hated things across like society, you know, from one to the other, from like NFT person like back to influencer. So yeah, no, I'm getting back on all my stuff and doing soccer. I was kind of going through some injury stuff, but it's all good now. I'm 100%. So I'm actually excited to get back, but I want to create both, you know, I want to make it more like Main Street, like what you guys are doing, make actual entertaining content. I love what you guys did going to Bahamas. That's some shit that I used to do in soccer. Like some random thing would happen, I'm like, yo, I'm gonna just fucking go there like to the front of this like building of like, or the stadium of this team, and just, I know no one in there is gonna talk to me, but I'll just do some funny shit, and maybe they will, who knows, right? But if you don't put yourself in that situation, then nothing happens. And at least at the very least, it will entertain people along the way. And so I was loving that. I was like, man, that's such a great move to like just go there. And yeah, you guys killed it. So I love the energy that you guys bring.
Well, appreciate it, man. I definitely want to get into a content conversation later in the show for the NFT audience. You know, I wanted to kind of, you know, dig into some of the things that you hit as home runs, one of which maybe your most iconic trade, the thing that most people would know Daniel Got Hits by besides soccer, would be the ENS domains, right? Like,
yeah,
you were early to ENS domains, and I mean specifically early to the numbers, right? Like the number ones, the Arab characters, like all this different
right.
Like, how did you get into it? What's the thesis? Is it still going? What are you thinking about?
Yeah, for sure. What's up, Nick?
Arab characters still.
yeah. Dude, it's so crazy. So yeah, like
your mic, by the way, is like blown out. You may want to turn the volume down or something like that.
Oh, my bad. I don't even know how to do that. What if I just stand back? Is this better?
Yeah, that's fine.
It helps. Yeah.
Okay. I'm just screaming.
No, you're good.
So like the first thing that really was, I guess, a home run for me was like Bored Apes, right? So I got into Bored Apes real early, about 0.8 floor, maybe 1 ETH floor, something like that. So that was good. And then that was what I knew straight away when I saw NFTs. I was like, this shit is crazy because I was already into crypto and it just made sense to me. It was obviously the middle of the pandemic. Everyone's stuck at home. There was nothing fun to do. So everyone was gravitating to these online shared things, Clubhouse and NFTs, Bored Ape. I was like, oh man, this is crazy. My first NFT was a Meebit. I minted a Meebit for
Same
two,
here, man.
really? Yeah. So for 2
Fucking
ETH, right?
disaster.
And
it was like 10 grand. No, it was 2.5 ETH.
it was 2.5 ETH. It was like 8 or 9 grand, right? So I
Yeah.
minted a Meebit and I was like, and I'm getting to PO's question, but minted a Meebit and I was like, I saw the ETH leave my MetaMask and I was like, where the fuck is the Meebit? Where is this shit? Like, I don't even know what OpenSea is. I don't know what anything is, right? So that's where, and then finally I discovered that. And then I saw, oh my God, someone just sold their like elephant or skeleton or something or dissected Meebit for like 100 ETH right now. I was like, that's when it clicked in my head. I was like, I had the same chance as they did of minting that. Like, how is that possible? That's like crazy. So I was like, okay, this is just going to blow up. So anyway, that was the start. And as to Pio's question, probably what a lot of people know me for is the ENS stuff. I always rep my ENS like 260.eth, but with the Twitter blue thing, it didn't let me change it back. So I'm like kind of frozen with my display name. But yeah, I have it in my bio. But with ENS, I think what I saw early was, well, we obviously all know that .com domains and like all these other domains have a lot of value and they sell for millions, they sell for hundreds of thousands sometimes. And so the fact of like domains already have it's already like has credibility as an asset, right? So everyone knows domains have value. It's really non-fungible. Like if I have Daniel.eth, nobody else can have that. It's like very, very specific. And I think they'll be kind of illiquid, but when the person comes along that just wants that specific one, if you have it, like there's really nothing else that person can get if they want that specific thing. So I like the specificity of it. And then what happened with the numbers was kind of crazy. So it's called 999 Club, right? The minimum amount of characters that you can register for ENS is 3. So if you love the number 4, you can't register 4.eth. You can't register 4.4. You have to do 444, right? So that's why triple digits are a flex, is because they're the shortest ones that it lets you register. So the thing is, with the triple digits, they were like $600, right, to register because they're short, so they charge a little bit more. So they were kind of sitting there, even during the bull market, they were kind of just sitting there unregistered. Maybe about 30-40% of them were registered, but the rest were just wide open. You could get, and look, the floor is still 17 ETH right now as you guys are pulling up. In the middle of the brutalest bear market ever.
What were you buying them for?
Just registering for, 0.6. But
wow.
Right. But unfortunately, I didn't even see the vision that crazy at the start. So I only got 2. And then I got a couple in Arabic, so that they did well as you mentioned. But yeah, so I only got 2. But I have a lot of other ENS that did well. And then I had the 4 digits. I had a couple 4 digits. Like I got a really, really good one, like 8883.eth, and it's like the 888s in China is like super crazy, so I got a lot of the 4 digits and stuff, but the 3 digits, someone just came in, a whale just came one day and just started minting those shits out, and everyone in the ENS kind of like group chat, we have ENS chads, right? Everyone in the group chat was just like, wait, all these fucking 3 digits are minting out. Like, oh, there's 200 left. There's 100 left. There's 50 left. And so I was frantically just trying to I only ended up registering 2. But yeah, after that fact, it made sense to me. I was like, okay, everything in ENS is illiquid. So at least because it's kind of like an unlimited supply of words and usernames, this is like a finite supply. There will only ever be 1,000 3 digits and 10,000 4 digits. And then it's just sort of snowballed into a crazy thing called 999 and 10K Club. And it became kind of like its own project, almost like a PFP project, but without any picture, So it's 10K. And it's actually doing pretty well.
Theoretically more technological value, right? Because people believe that ENS is like a technology layer built on Ethereum, right?
Correct. It's basically a way to take all the complicated shit and that's happening on Ethereum and basically put it into a human readable form. And there's just so many like facets to it that I thought were interesting. You know, people want to match their punk serial number, their ape serial number. There's some really big collectors that have like crazy ass punks like zombie punks or like other ones, and they were like paying seed phrase. He has the rarest crypto punk, right? The 9 trait or the 8 trait or whatever it is. He paid like 8 or 9 ETH just for a random 4-digit because it matches that punk, because he wants to lock up that you know, the set. So there's a lot of different reasons people have lucky numbers. It's kind of like people get really mad at these numbers. They get real triggered, and I get it because it's fucking stupid. It's just like you're buying a number, like especially when the 3-digit floor was like 40 ETH or 30 ETH or whatever. But I just, you know, people buy license plates. That's another thing people kind of like turned into a meme, but it's true. License plates that have short digit characters sell for fucking millions in England and Australia and Dubai. So there's a lot of precedent as for why people might find these valuable. It's kind of like the scarcest real estate on Ethereum, in my opinion, because like I said, there's only 1,000 of these. So the floor is crazy thin.
Look at this guy trying to just be like, yo, do you live in Long Island? Are you kidding me with this guy? Go ahead, Nick.
It's a CBS like weather screenshot.
My issue is, that it's the scarcest real estate on Ethereum is a ridiculous statement because it's I mean, any NFT with like all that it has in common with the license plates and other things is that it is scarce. There is some limitation. So I'll agree with the fact that it is scarce. My question is, how often do you actually use your ENS domain? And that's one of the issues that I've had with ENS as a whole is I own like NFTnick.eth, and I don't know if anybody has like sent me money based on that. They may have looked up my profile on OpenSea, but I like entered my username in there. But like, why is this real estate of any use other than the fact that people are interested in it? Like that, I mean, which is fine.
Question. No, it's a good question. So I think, and by the way, like I am not like a huge, I don't really, it's not going to make or break my life. Like if ENS succeeds or not, you know, at this point, I'm kind of like half in, half out. Like I've sold a bunch, I have a bunch, but like I am not going to be here trying to convince everybody like ENS is, you know.
Were you at a point in your life where it was an exposure where if ENS went down, your life was ruined?
No, of course not. But you know, sometimes when I'm passionate about stuff, people think, "Oh my God, this dude must be insanely like over leveraged into this and really wants to convince everyone that this is the newest, hugest thing, and you have to get." I really don't care. You know, it could fail miserably. I just, I'm very curious. I have like curious mind, so I look in things. But I genuinely do think why it is very valuable is because you cannot fake that, right? So in the future, when we're going to live in this world of AI, you know, manipulating things, and I don't know if that's really NFT Nick, or is that some other fucking deep fake, or, you know, is that a real thing on chain? He said that he owns this or owns that, or you need to be a member of this DAO or of this thing. And people will have a very easy way of verifying, and nobody can fake your ENS. They might be able to fake your face. They might be able to fake your voice with AI. They might be able to fake so many things. And even with a centralized, you know, Web 2 kind of thing, someone can maybe rug your username. The woman on Instagram who owned @Metaverse, it was just her username for years. When Facebook changed their name to Meta, they yanked that fucking username from her, you know? And there's a lot of situations like this. You know, if you know someone high up enough, you can possibly, you know, finesse, or someone else, a celebrity, you know, changes their name, or there's a new big artist that blows up and they have that name. They'll just fucking take your username if you're not big enough to fight it, right? If you just have 400 followers, they're just like, so that's why I think ENS is pretty interesting, right? So it's something that you truly own. Nobody can ever take that from you. And the same way that people want a punk or an ape as a flex, you know, the ETH culture, it's less of a flex now because the price is down. But wait till ETH goes back up to 5K, 6K, 7K. People are going to start flexing all these ENSs again in their fucking handle, right? And so for the no apers or no punks like me right now, so I don't have an ape or a punk, I feel like it is a valid third thing. And it is kind of like a nerdier flex of like, blah, blah, you know, 286.eth. and someone, maybe they don't want to have like a Bored Ape. Maybe it's like a dude in Switzerland who doesn't want to have a Bored Ape with a gold hip hop jacket because he's like 54 and he works at a hedge fund. But maybe he just wants to have like his initials, like MJW.ETH or something. Even those are pretty scarce. So I do think that there will be a market for it, but I also think that it's very overhyped and sensationalized sometimes too, like ENS. But yeah, I do think it's going to keep surprising people. I genuinely do. The floor, even on the 3 digits, man, the floor is still so thin. Not that it's going to go up. I don't think it's going to go up anytime soon. But there's just very few people that are interested in selling, right now with those 3 digits.
Go ahead.
Well, I the one example that was used before that I thought was interesting is like there's them developing like the subdomain component to verify that you own stuff, where like I can basically be like vault.nft.nick vault.nftnick.eth, which is my ENS domain. And then basically I can point back to that actual vault without having to authenticate. I can authenticate with the hot wallet, but still that means that I also own the subdomain, which it then points to, which is then helpful for me because I don't want to log in with my Bored Ape
hardware.
basically.
Yeah.
Like it's so ridiculous. And the fact that like Bored Ape Yacht Club still requires that for some things to me is pretty ludicrous because they're exposing you to bad security practices essentially, which is the same thing that this is a quick tangent, but have you know Amazon, when you log in now, sends you a verification link that you have to click in order to verify that it's actually your account rather than a code, which is like, I'm like, what? So now they're sending links all of a sudden? This is the dumbest thing that I've ever seen, because now it's just more people are going to get fished. But anyways, that was a tangent there. But yeah, with ENS, I definitely get that part. And I hope, I mean, it would be interesting if it becomes universally accepted in that way as a pointer to all of your different assets and wallets. That would be phenomenal.
Yeah, no, I agree. There's a bunch of stuff. See, that's kind of why I like it, because it's like the true gigabrain devs are working on this kind of stuff as opposed to just like the next PFP. And, this is the only NFT that Vitalik reps, basically. I mean, it's technically an NFT. It's in your wallet. It's a token. Vitalik is always repping it on his profile. I just feel like it's kind of like a leveraged bet on Ethereum. So if you think Ethereum is going to succeed and it's going to be the number one blockchain and it's going to be the settlement layer of the world kind of thing, which I do think it has a solid chance, it's kind of just like, a 10x or 50x long on that's like pretty illiquid. But if you think that there's going to be 10 million more users of Ethereum over the next couple of years, well, then there's only that many of these numbers. That's kind of just where I look at it in a real basic way like that. And yeah, I think that people underestimate the flex culture of these numbers. The Chinese community is huge. There's a WeChat of just 10K and 999 holders in China, and dude, all day the WeChat is just like all in Chinese, and it's I joined just to see what's up, and they were all just like, yeah.
I joined to see what's up, and I saw a lot of Chinese characters.
Dude, no Chinese
flooded my chat.
No Chinese. They're buying just straight up like the same numbers we use and stuff. But yeah.
But were they talking in Chinese?
Yeah.
So I'm saying that you're in a chat room and literally it's just like you can't read Chinese. I'm assuming
WeChat translates, which is crazy. I didn't know this. So WeChat automatically.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's insane, dude. And then so I can type shit to them in English, and on their screen it comes up in Chinese.
What?
I had no clue. WeChat is so advanced. So I was trying to say shit in Chinese from Google Translate, and they're replying to me like, bro, you're an idiot. Just type it in English and it'll show in Chinese. And I was like, what the fuck?
The Chinese people are calling you an idiot in Chinese. You're doing it in English.
I now want to get in that group chat just to test out that functionality.
It's capped out. So it's crazy. Apparently you can only have like a certain amount of people. And I think there's like, it hit the limit because people were trying to get in.
What is it, like 5,000 or 500 or
something like 1,000, maybe something like that.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
I had no idea that it translates like that. That's pretty sick, and it does a good job, I guess.
Yeah, it does a good job. It's really like reading a normal conversation. It doesn't even look weird or anything. I can understand exactly what everyone's saying. It's pretty nuts.
So I have one more question on the.
How do you know those people are Chinese?
Because they're all on WeChat, so yeah.
Oh, so WeChat would that would make sense.
So I have a question. So I have my ENS, right? I have po.eth. These are all three
nice flex.
These are all 3-digit ENSs right here, or three-letter ENSs. So these people all got wrecked, right? Because they minted these, and the minting of this is wicked expensive, and then they're selling them for near zero.
Exactly. So what happened was, with 3 numbers, the maximum amount that exists is 1,000, right? 10 times 10, or whatever, 100 times 10. And then with the 3 letters, there's about 16,000, because there's 26 letters, but there's only like 0 to 9, right? So there's way more of these available. So about 17,000. What happened was people saw the success. It became way too much of a bubble. What happened was people saw the success of the 3 digits, then it went to 4 digits. And if it was like there was enough of a community to support those, like genuinely there was enough demand to get, for the 3 and 4 digits, because that's 1,000 and then 10,000, right? With the 3 letters, it started minting out after that. People expected it to go the same direction, but there's 17,000 of these, and it just wasn't enough demand. And like you said, the renewal fee is 0.6 per year. But here's the craziest part of what happened, guys. And it's a little bit nerdy, but let's get into it. When people minted out the 999 club, right, the 3 digits, you had to mint for a whole year. Right, PO, when you got PO, it's like it was 0.6 ETH or something like that, and or 0.2 ETH at the time, depends if it was bull market. It's in dollars, like $600, basically $600, and you had to mint for a whole year. So only people who had the intention to hold for at least a year were minting. The problem is, right after the 3 numbers minted out, people found a hack to just register things for 0.1 of a year. Someone realized if you just pressed the dot on your keyboard where it said register for a year, it turned it into 0.1. So you could basically mint, like, I'm going to mint 20 of these and just put it for 0.1 year. And ENS DAO has like a 3-month grace period. So essentially you're able to just pay 0.0 something ETH and lock it up for like 4 months basically, and then try to flip it. And everyone's like, well, I'll just mint like 20, 30 of these. They'll mint out. And then as it's pumping, I'll just unload them. And it became a game of hot potato. Once that once that loophole got discovered, it kind of just turned everything to shit and became so speculative. And then that's why these are not recovering that well right now.
Yeah, I mean, that sounds like typical crypto stuff where something becomes kind of a shit show.
Yeah.
Last thing for me on ENS is the funniest thing about ENS is the way guys try to sell you ENS stuff. So like basically as soon as we like put out a new segment or something on one of our shows, I get a DM.
Mint it.
Oh, I get a DM. Yeah.
You get a DM. Like I'm sure somebody sent me tubtalk.eth and all this stuff. But the funniest is like this guy right here is selling mks.eth and he's just hitting you with the MKS system of units. Like what is the addressable market of this to ludopathy.eth trying to sell this? What is the addressable market of people that are like, oh, MKS.eth, I need that because of the MKS system of units?
Yeah, that's probably very, very small addressable market. I think he has a better chance of someone with those initials like Mohammed something Salman, maybe some rich ass Saudi Arabian, like like that's the thing with the ENS, God bless everybody. Everyone's trying to hustle, but it does create sort of a Cardano-esque like wave of people that are just trying to it's just nonstop shilling of like potentially some of the worst stuff. It hurts your IQ to even read it sometimes. Like it hurts your brain. Not that I have that much downwards to go on that level, on the IQ level. But yeah, no, there's good people and there's some annoying people. Mostly it's awesome people. There is some people that shill too hard, but it's a lot of people that are just trying to grind. They're just like a young kid from like some random country and they're just trying to like, do their thing. And for them, maybe $100 is like a lot of money. So, I respect everybody, but it can be a little bit much at times. So that's one good thing about the bear market. You got less of that.
Oh man, I got so many of those .eth.
It puts people off,
people that reach out. Yeah, it's one of the most annoying things. It's also, I mean, it pisses you off when people reach out with the domain. They're like, I got the nifties.com. And I'm just like,
we don't want that.
I mean, I do, but like, I'm not going to,
It's kind of
like,
a parasitic energy. It's like someone's watching what you do and then trying to take advantage of you. And like, even if you do have the resources to buy it from somebody, it's just not nice. It's kind of like someone just like, yeah, just sapping off of your energy of what you're making. It's just not a cool vibe. Like,
here goes a guy that DM me. I got Pampers.eth, which is a top 100 brand, and Lay's.eth. So that's what they're reaching out about. So yeah, if you're from one squatter sold to the next, like now I'm like DMing Lay's. I remember
Pampers. Yeah, exactly. It was top 100 brand. Like, was Nick supposed to read that and be like, "Gee, that seems like a real deal"? Like,
I used to do like Twitter account squatting. The problem is Twitter just take it from you. Like I was like,
that's why ENS is better. They can't take it from you.
I had exactly, and I can squat on these brands. Toblerone was one that I had at Toblerone, and they sent me like 2 free bars of Toblerone. But like,
see, Nick, if you had Toblerone.eth, you could extort them maybe potentially for a little bit more. You could probably get like 20 Toblerones and like a free trip to Switzerland or wherever.
If someone needs to make the .eth like social network basically, so that like it's like an in-demand thing, or like if Twitter actually accepted that, because there's also like .sol, there's .btc, there's all these different naming services. So then you're like, okay, well, which one do I need? And like, why do I, someone said that tubtalk.eth is unregistered. So
it ain't going to be unregistered after this. Let me tell you that. I'm going to have 20 DMs from somebody trying to sell us. I'm just telling you guys right now, before you waste your money registering it, we don't want it. We don't want tubtalk.eth. Okay. We don't want him, man. Look, we were joking around about this one right before we went live. Scotty has made his extravagant entrance. Scottie Pippen, NBA champion 6 times over with Michael Jordan, 90s Chicago Bulls. He's made his entrance into the NFT space with 1 tweet in the past 14 days. And then now an NFT collection that's performing incredibly well. He sold 1,000 MetaWear sneakers, digital wearables, and it looks like there's been a 2x and over 100 ETH of volume. What do you make of this, Daniel?
I think anything like this is cool. I'm a little bit tired of the whole, oh my God, guys, I'm learning so much about NFTs. Like, and then obviously they dropped their project. I almost wish that they just spared us all the fucking, games of it and just said, yo, what's up, guys? I'm Scottie Pippen, whatever. I don't know shit about NFTs, but I've been learning about it recently. I was approached to do a project. It looks pretty cool. Like, can't they just keep it real? I don't know. But I think it's cool to see someone like Scottie Pippen doing it. The problem is that like these celebrities, they tend to just drop the NFT and then they don't like do anything else with it. So I feel like we need to reserve like judgment until we see what happens. Or if it's just going to be a one-off thing and then we never hear from Scottie Pippen again until the next bull run, right? But I do think it's cool. It's like we're seeing some mass adoption from Trump, obviously, and then this, the more celebrities do it, kind of the better, because then it just keeps, people are going to drop NFTs so much in the future. Like with the title of this, are NFTs dead? No, NFTs are not dead because they allow people to sell their brand. You can sell and trade on brand equity. Like Gucci, they know that everyone only buys Gucci clothes because of the logo. Well, what if they don't even need to make the clothes anymore? Just sell the fucking brand. Let's just sell the brand through an NFT that does whatever. Who cares? But we can make 20,000 copies of it by clicking a button after we do the initial work, right? So everyone's going to use NFTs. It's never going to die. This is just going to be the next iteration of people flexing and brand equity. Scottie Pippen has brand equity, so he's making money off that. Same with Trump. But yeah, I don't know. I kind of ranted all over the place there, but I think it's overall good.
What has Scottie Pippen done for you recently?
Nothing for me.
Yeah, I mean, that's like a situation I'm dealing with. Like, I remember when he was like, a decent NBA player. But like now I feel like even I couldn't dunk on him.
Well,
yeah.
I definitely couldn't dunk on 6'8" Scottie Pippen. However, he's dropping a book too. So this is like going to be a monster year for him, because I don't know how much he just made off this NFT. At least $500,000, probably over $1 million. I haven't done the math on it, but
I wonder if Future bought one of these.
Like the rapper Future?
You guys don't know the reference? Oh man, Google future Scottie Pippen after this.
They have beef?
No, it was something with Scottie Pippen's, I believe, wife at the time.
Oh
But,
boy.
yeah,
Oh boy.
Yeah, Larissa Pippen.
yeah, something like that.
Oh boy. All right. I did not.
Oh my God, there's some aggressive language in this.
I'm not totally up to date with my hip hop beef with people outside of hip hop.
Scottie
They were
Pippen
beefing.
denied Future a picture, so Future slept with his.
Oh my goodness. Well,
My bad, guys. Did I just upset the sponsors on here? Let's go.
no,
Next
no,
question.
you upset any
This
chance.
episode is brought to you by our newsletter, thenifty.com. Hey, by the way, yo, who's the new proud owner of TubTalk.eth? It's your boy right here. I got it.
So that's the layer of humor to this, is that Nick's actually really quick on the trigger with regular domains, like web domains. Whenever we come up with like a new business vertical idea, anything, Nick's like, all right, cool. Well, bought the domain, bingo, bango, boom, which is great. It's great to have somebody that's that proactive about that. Love seeing some proactivity on the ENS side as well. Daniel, when you think about well, actually, real quick, if I go weigh in on the celebrity thing, what I would love to see is a celebrity actually treat NFT collectibles as collectibles and maybe drop like 100, like a supply of 100 at like a quarter ETH each, which is like a foregone conclusion it's going to sell out. Who's like a kind of collectible like celebrity, like Quentin Tarantino, like just drop.
Great example.
Dude, just drop like 100. I know he tried to do the thing with the deleted scenes from Pulp Fiction, even though everybody knows that the studio owns the movie. But if he just did 100 Quentin Tarantino collectibles, they'd sell out automatically. He wouldn't make that much money, but guess what? Quentin Tarantino doesn't need to make that much money. Every movie he does, he makes 20 million bucks and some money on the back end. So he's just filthy rich. Just do it like 100 at a time. By the time you get to 10,000, you're dead, basically. It's going to take so long to get to a 10,000. And those could be like actual proper collectibles that stand on their own. Tarantino doesn't have to do anything afterwards. When Trump drops 45,000 cards, the odds of them, going back to mint price is pretty high.
Yeah, no, I agree. And I think that it's surprising you kind of mentioned Pulp Fiction real quick, but like I'm still surprised that classic albums, like I don't know who owns the rights, but for example, Kanye College Dropout album or Jay-Z Reasonable Doubt, I'm surprised they haven't just dropped just the cover that we all love. We all love that cover. If Jay-Z just was like, yo, I worked out a deal with my label, this, that, all the photographers that actually took these photos back in the day and everything. Oh, okay, boom. And, just drop all of your album covers that you ever made. Be like, hey, I'm never dropping an album again, but all the covers, there's going to be 500 each or 1,000 each. And you own the cover. That would sell out. I think people, the nostalgia factor. This is one that went under the radar. I didn't manage to get it. I tried to get it, but DC Comics dropped Superman comic #1 as an NFT
on VV.
No, not on VV. Actually, on DC's own NFT platform. And the floor on the rarest one is like, I don't know how much it is right now. You guys could check it out, but I think it was like already like 15-20 grand or something like that.
On OpenSea?
No, that's the problem. It's like siloed in their own thing. It's on their own thing, like their own website. It's not on VV. It's just their own, literally nft.dc.com or something. But that comic book right there sells for like $5 million, the physical.
Yeah. Grail collectible, just full on Grail.
Yeah, absolute Grail. And when they were launching this, I mean, I'll be real, I don't think they did a great job of it. Like, see those 3 right there in the pictures? Those 3 are like the rarity tiers. It's like a kind of scuffed up one is the common, then a little bit better condition is uncommon, and the other one is
10
legendary.
out of 10. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but it just looks dumb. They should have just made different art for them, with the coolest art being like a spinning 360 digital thing or something. I don't know. It's just so basic. But dude, they sold out within like I was there trying to buy one at the drop, and there was like 150,000 people because it had like a Cloudflare thing. You wouldn't even let you into the website. It was like a queue, like how many people are in front of you trying to mint it, and it was like 150,000 people, and nobody on NFT Twitter was talking about it. So yeah, but I didn't manage to mint one, unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, all this collectible stuff is going to be digitized.
Yeah.
It just is going to take some time for people to like come along to there. I like what you said about the album covers. I hadn't really thought of that. It's basically just like it's like a limited run print, but actually deeper than that. As long as they state like this is the only time that Reasonable Doubt by Jay-Z's album cover is going to be released, and you can get a physical print made and all that stuff too. But the digital, everyone's going to get to the point where the digital asset is actually the grail asset, because you can print as many physical copies or whatever, but you can't print more of the digital asset. So I like the way that you're thinking about that for sure. All right. So look, we talked about NFTs. Shifting over to content, man, you are a viral content creator with your soccer stuff. At the beginning, I said that you were a professional athlete because you get paid to play soccer, which is crazy. Dude, I saw a video of you in Manhattan doing soccer stuff, is like where you were juggling the ball, firing it off of a building. Is there a way for us to, can we find that easily here?
If you keep scrolling down just for a little bit, you'll definitely find it. I'll tell you when. It's probably like a decent amount back. But yeah, sorry, go ahead, Nick.
I just wanted to say, so I met Daniel years ago, and he was literally walking the street kicking. You had the ball with you. You were
a dumb one. I did like NFL.
Yo, wait a minute. That one was crazy, Daniel. Let me see this one again. Oh, this is an actual soccer one. Like just you running with the ball.
But you're just you're like always walking around with this thing. Were you like how often were you carrying did you always have a soccer ball with you?
All day. Yeah. I remember where we met, Nick. Yeah. At that dinner and stuff. No, all day. I would always have a soccer ball. I was kind of like, my whole thing is kind of similar to what you guys do with like, just make it funny, make it entertaining. And I would always be the one guy. This one's not really that funny. The one that you were watching with the American football was kind of funny. Up a little bit. That one. Yeah, it's just I was just being dumb about like NFL soccer, like just like, just like, you know, doing shit that's like kind of it's skillful and it's hard to do, but also just like stupid, you know. And
yeah,
in the middle of the street, like what the fuck am I doing?
Well, I want to show. So first of all,
why didn't you let that play through? I wanted to see the.
Wait, look at the other one. Look at the other one with the American football. Go back up. There's one more with the American football that I did. Was the up one above that?
I'm gonna pull it up. I'm getting ADD real quick, but I just want to show people. Like, so, ladies and gentlemen, this is in Dumbo, Brooklyn. This is like an iconic place people take pictures. So if people visit New York, a lot of times they'll go to this street and they'll take this picture with that bridge in the back. And just to do this freestyle soccer stuff there is cool. Is this the football one right here?
Yeah, that one. I think I just said like touchdown or something. If you want to put the sound on, it's kind of funny, but you don't have to.
Here we go.
What happened? It just went away. Oh, there it is.
Did you just lose that ball?
Wait for it.
Touchdown.
Just like, yeah, I just saw like it was like a Times Square like construction site. I was like, bro, I'm just gonna fucking punt this into that, like, just like it was such like a tall thing. I just thought it'd be funny to just like kick it off.
Just in front of people.
Yeah. So
it just went on the roof.
It just went into like that lady's just like looking at the ball. But yeah, no, I was just kind of trolling, man. I was always just trolling. But the building one is crazy. That was kind of my first. That was actually the one you mentioned. It was kind of the first one that we got like millions of views. So you guys will find this funny. I found. Okay, can you go to my IGTV tab?
Did you make money off of the Instagram stuff?
On brand deals, yeah. I was doing so much stuff. All the soccer teams all over the world were always inviting me to do content and stuff. Can you go to my IGTV tab?
Sure. And can we just see that Manhattan one real quick?
Yeah. Go scroll down.
Here's one in Manhattan.
Yeah, here's one.
I mean, look at this. Like, that's just basically messing with people. I mean,
wait, this one's got a funny ending as well. That's just like outrageous. You guys will be like, "What the hell are you doing, bro?" Like, you'll see a common theme across some of these videos. One sec, wait for it. Okay, here we go.
Oh my god. No way. Where's this gonna go?
I literally had no clue. I just kicked it.
Wait, you don't even see where it goes?
There was a vaguely an empty park across the street in that direction that was like, I was like, there's a very, I don't want to hit someone, but like it's tiny chance, but like pretty safe. Like I could kick it in there.
Okay. So we got some Times Square stuff, some Eiffel Tower in Paris stuff.
Yep.
You wanted to see the TV. Scroll up to the.
Well, I want to see the Manhattan.
No, the Manhattan one. We're almost there. We're almost there. If you just go a little bit more. Okay, there it is. With the green pants. With the green pants down.
Here, so was this your first viral video?
It was up there. I actually think this is a repost even because the original got a couple million views. So this one only got like 270K. So this was a repost, I think.
Okay.
But yeah.
So look at this. This is just in Manhattan.
Turn the sound on if you want to.
Absolutely.
I think it was a UPS office. Like apparently someone told me that they worked there and that they were sharing the video. They were like, this guy was just kicking us off our office yesterday.
I mean, this is ridiculous, dude. The fact it's so skillful. Nobody has the guts to do this.
Oh my God. Let's give it up for the reflexes, guys.
You gave yourself a round of applause at the end.
I was like so scared. I was like, oh my God, I almost hit those fucking people by accident. And then they ducked. And I was like, let's give it up for the reflexes. Good reflexes. But I was after that, I was like, yo, guys, I'm so sorry. Like that was crazy. I did not mean that.
Were they pissed?
They weren't. No, they weren't. Oh, that's only Reels. Where's the IGTV? I don't know where it is. But so I'll tell you guys this because you'll find it interesting as content creators, right? So do you remember when IGTV first came out?
Yes.
Like so when it first came out, they dedicated the For You page sort of always had this like IGTV box because they were trying to push IGTV. This is before Reels, before anything.
Yeah.
And one of my friends told me, yo, I am just posting my video. I'm making all my short videos into like, because IGTV had to be over a minute or two or whatever. They're like, I'm just cutting all my short videos into like a huge compilation and I'm posting it on IGTV and it's doing really well because they're just like pushing shit on IGTV because they're trying to make it, viral to support their new product like IGTV, right? So I was like, fuck it. So I made a compilation of all these little clips they were showing. I just put a huge compilation, like 10 minutes long. And I just posted it on IGTV. Bro, the first day it got like 1 million views. So I was like, holy shit. And I got like 5,000 followers on Instagram. The next day, I literally posted this compilation, guys, the same compilation every day in a row for literally about 3 weeks. And every day it got over 1 million views. And I got like 100,000 followers in like 3 weeks. And then it stopped working. But like, I just posted the same video every day. And like, they were getting so many comments because people get triggered. People would be like, fuck you. You're putting people in danger. You kicked the ball. Where's the ball going?
Polarizing content. Some people thought it was incredible. Like me, I was like, yo, this guy's nuts. And other people are just, they were like, oh, I can get mad at this.
Yeah. They were like, fuck this dude, like blue hair piece of shit. I wish your mom, some people would be like, I wish your fucking mom should have aborted you. Like you're like destroying society. And like,
hateful comments.
Yeah, like so you should like kill yourself, like you're fucking everything that's wrong with society. And then like some people were like, yo, but this is I hate this, but like that's actually really skillful. Like, I can't even hate like shit. Like it was just like, but people were just going crazy about it.
That's the Bored Ape basketball right there.
That's the Bored Ape basketball, exactly. So yeah, I just have fun with it.
You hit the three. Oh, let's go, Daniel. Putting up a little jump shot. Here we go.
Yeah, this is ridiculous content. I was thinking of I get hateful messages all the time, but there's I was thinking of like what the one I posted the other day got the most hate where I was like, ladies, stop DMing me offers to date me. It's getting intolerable. And like literally like all these guys replied were like, that doesn't happen. There's no way that happens. There's no chance that like they were like pissed about this. And I'm getting DMs from some of the dudes pissed off that are just like, whatever, man, that's not even true.
Yeah, dude. People take shit so serious. It's crazy. I love trolling people like that. And even one of my videos that went really viral, and this is another thing for people like, everyone's kind of scared of offending stuff or offending like even like brands, right? So what I kind of would do is I would just like say what everyone's thinking, even if like, you know, it might not be the best for like a brand deal. Like Adidas released a World Cup ball one time that was like trash and nobody liked it. And so like I just like kicked it into the Hudson River and I was like, fuck this ball kind of thing. And like, but the thing is, I got it like for free. Like Adidas sent me this ball like a week before you could buy it. And so everyone else, all the other soccer influencers got this ball and they were all like showing it off and like, I just got the new World Cup ball, and they were like making these unboxing videos and like, oh my God, oh, I just got the ball. And so I just did like an unboxing and then just like kicked it into the Hudson. Like, this ball sucks. And it went like, because it's just, I don't like doing the influencery things like where you just tell everybody the same shit. All the other blue check people are just posting, I just voted. Like, go fuck yourself. We don't care. Like, I don't like, you know, that whole like influencer vibe. So I'm kind of like the this video is pretty funny. I'm kind of like the anti-influencer in the soccer world, you know, but I thought brands wouldn't like it. In the end, they're like, yo, we loved it. That was so funny. I'm like, I kicked your ball in the Hudson. And they were like,
but it got attention.
Yeah, this is so many years ago that I don't care saying it. I shout out Adidas. I like Adidas, but they were like, we loved it. We were sharing it around the office. I'm like, really? Like, what? But so yeah, just do your thing. You know, it doesn't matter. Like you guys said, if you're a little polarizing, as long as you're not doing it harming anyone, why not?
It's better, frankly, with a lot of the content when you're making it. Like, it also makes the content better. What anything that has contrast is good, and you need it to go against, you know, whatever the average person is posting.
Status quo.
Yeah,
you're gonna stand out. Exactly. This is in Mexico. This is in Mexico.
Other people are not doing. I don't follow like the freestyle soccer Instagram scene, but I have to assume like you're more daring and like ballsy, I guess would be the like whatever you want to say than most. That's pretty good.
Well, I just like doing public stuff. You know, I see this random dude in Mexico like unloading a truck. I'm like, hey, hermano, tú puedes pasar la pelota por el video? Like, you know, I just want to. I like seeing people get involved. I think that when people see other humans, like, look at that guy. It's like looking back, like. What the people want to see reactions. So that's why when you guys go to Bahamas and you're making videos, if you can like, if you're just saying something funny and you can see random people in the back, like kind of uncomfortable or like whatever, that's what people like to see. Cause they're like, man, this is like, what are you doing? Like, who are these people? You know? This is a funny
Mexico
one
too?
Yeah, this is Mexico too. This was like a meme because I was capitalizing on a trend where everyone was using this like montage as if something crazy just happened, but all I did was just do the literal basicest trick, so it's like not impressive, but
yeah, and you're like staring this guy down, like
exactly,
check out what I'm about to do,
and then it's just like the simple as fuck, and then it's
still more than what I can do, but you know, okay.
I got one more for you guys. You should see just from, if you want to scroll up, this one's pretty funny. No, down a bit. My bad. Yep. Down a little bit more, and then on the down one more, I think. One more
right here,
maybe that down, and then with the backpack at the house. That one's pretty cool. So then what I did was this thing called Baller House, which was me and a bunch of other freestylers, and we just got this crazy house that you can see right here, and we're just making content in it for
everybody's a content creator in the
exactly.
Rented it.
Here we go. Boom.
Well, what were you saying? Wow, that was crazy.
So we rented this, so that's one thing I think, even for you guys, I'm just putting it out there in case you guys think it could be something cool. Nifty house, no one get the ENS, fuck off. But like I do think we
got a new brand coming anyways.
If you guys click the thing in the caption where it says Baller House, it should say Baller House, right? At Baller House. In the caption. So that's something that I came up with, and it's basically like it was like 4 of us. Thank you for the follow. And it was like 6 of us in the first season. We rented this crazy house in California, and then we just made soccer content all the time, and then it blew up, and we actually got sponsored by Facebook themselves to do a season 2. So all that stuff in Mexico, that was all, a deal with IG to create content for IG, cool content. And so we did that. And then this you see right here is a recent one that we did with Juventus when Juventus did their preseason tour. If you look at some of the posts on the feed, you'll see that we're chilling with the players at their training sessions. We went to the games, all that kind of stuff, basically promoting Juventus on their preseason tour in America. And I think there's a lot of, so that's Jessica. She's my friend. She does soccer content too. And This was all with Juventus. And so, yeah, so I think there's a lot of opportunities for content with NFTs. I think taking a lot of these same formulas, like things like what you guys are doing. And man, imagine if you guys had
kick
a whole house.
NFTs in the air.
Yeah, kick NFTs in the air.
And juggle it on your head.
Yeah, exactly. But there's a lot of opportunities out there and, making content and thinking of cool things to do. So, yeah.
No, it's incredibly dope, man. I mean, look, everyone's always trying to figure out how to do viral content. It's hard to compete with, going to Manhattan and blasting the ball off of buildings and catching it. That's incredible stuff, man. I mean, some of the stuff in the house is so cool. Everybody in that house was clearly insanely skilled. Yeah. It is exciting to get everybody together. Like that one, just these outdoor things where you're passing the ball, the guy catches it with his chest, the girl kicks it in the thing.
Right.
That's crazy stuff. Yeah, it's inspiring, man. I mean, you just try to think about, like, it's in our little decentralized world, bringing people together is interesting. And it's hard to figure out what would go viral, like incredible athletic skills like this, but it's still really inspiring to think about.
Yeah, 100%. That is the hard part, right? Soccer is kind of a little bit of a cheat code because it's just everyone likes soccer and it's easy. You just kind of, as long as you have the ball, you could do stuff. NFTs a little bit more, you have to be, more creative, I feel like, almost, to think of stuff. But yeah, I think there's possibilities out there for sure.
Absolutely. Well, look, great having you on, man. Thanks so much for joining us. Everyone follow Daniel Got Hits on Twitter, soccer freestyler, NFT trader extraordinaire, ENS whale. And yeah, thanks so much for joining us.
He's been called the king of ENS, dude. Really appreciate having you on,
dude. That's definitely not true, but yeah,
royalty.
Thank you guys so much. You guys are so fucking hilarious. You guys are easily my favorite. I gotta be careful what I say here. There's a lot of people, but you guys are easily my favorite people that I've ran into in NFTs. I'm not gonna lie, in person and everything. You guys are. It's just so funny meeting you guys in person. I wish that we got more chances to hang out. We're obviously on separate coasts or whatever.
We're coming out to LA.
Let's do it, man. Yo, I can't wait to just keep seeing how you guys keep evolving this. So yeah, thanks for having me on. It's been fucking sick.
Absolutely, man. Ladies and gentlemen, Daniel Got Hits. Make sure you follow him on Instagram and Twitter, and we will catch you all next time. Thanks for watching.
Like and subscribe below.
Like, subscribe.
We need subscribers.